What's up? I'm Mohoc, and this is VVVVVV. We're doing something very special today, something I've never done in a marathon before, and this is all achievements. Now give me a second and I'll explain what this is all about. So in this game you have achievements, which are the same as the Steam achievements. They are all gathered here in the secret lab, which is no more secret. And here they are. So complete the game in no death mode. Stay 1 minute in Super Gravitron, which is an extra challenge. Win the game in less than 50 deaths. Get all V ranks and complete no death mode. And I'll give myself an hour to get as many achievements as I can. Now, I must warn you that, yeah, I'm gonna cheese no death mode because there's no way I'm gonna complete it doing a marathon run. This is gonna be the only one that I'm gonna cheese. All the other ones are gonna be legend. Alright. So, we're ready to go with the countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's go. Whew. Alright, I'm super excited and but nervous at the same time, because you have to know that there's a good reason why no one has done all achievements in a marathon before. It's a very brutal category, not an official one, but we'll see how it goes. My PB for this category is 41 minutes and 55 seconds. We'll be doing a bunch of things. First of all, a 100% run. Because I need to do that to unlock the time trials. Then I'm gonna complete all the ranks in time trials in order to unlock no death mode. Then I'm gonna do quote-unquote no death mode. 1 minute Super Gravitron and flip mode 80%. Easy enough, right? Well, not at all. Alright, so we're starting with the 1% run. And the goal is to get all the shiny trinkets, the 20 of them, and you just saw one. On my way, I'm also gonna reveal a couple teleporters, just like this one. This is gonna be handy for later. You're gonna understand why in a few minutes. But first, I need to get all the trinkets in the overworld, like this one. Let's go. It's pretty hard, but for now I haven't died a single time unintentionally, so that's good. Alright. So, you may have seen my GDQ run. That was last month, and it was a glitchless 100% run. And if you saw it, just know that 100% is very different from glitchless 100%. It's a glitchy heavy category. That's one of the worst experiences in my life to grind. There's a lot of very stupid optimizations you can go for the sake and consistency. In the marathon, I'm not going to go for most of them, but still a good chunk of them. Coming up is the first level, which is Warp Zone. Each level has its own gimmick, and Warp Zone is already pretty confusing, because the gimmick is that sometimes the sides of the screen are connected. So it makes it very hard for me to keep track of where my character is at all times. See, with this maze. So it requires a lot of muscle memory, especially with fast runs, as I just did, when you have to turn around. There's only one trinket in Warp Zone. Quite a difficult one. It's coming up in 2 rooms. I'm gonna try the fast rat. Let's see how it goes. Missed it. So I'm gonna take it slowly then. Okay. Game, please. Oh, okay, good. Alright. I'm glad I'm done with this, because in this game it's very easy to just get stuck in a single room and die dozens of times. Hopefully it's not gonna happen, and I've done my homework. Alright, saving our first crew member. There's gonna 5 of them. Okay, we're done with Warp Zone. Remember when I said that 100% is a glitchy heavy category? Well, we're gonna see that right away. I'm gonna do a telejump, basically killing myself when I'm teleporting, so I get back control of my character, which allows me to go through walls. And as you know, in speedrunning, going through walls, it's usually faster. I'm gonna do that a couple more times throughout the run, so if you see me hanging out in walls, you know what it is about. Alright, so this is the laboratory. The gimmick here is these gravity lines. They make me automatically flip, change gravity. And funnily enough, this makes it very, much easier to me, because then I don't have to I only have to pay attention to my directions and not my flip inputs. Alright. There's a lot of trinkets in this level, which makes it much longer. Like if I were to do lab in any % run, I would say that it's one of the easier levels, but because there are so many trinkets, it makes it for a much harder level to master. Coming up are few fast rats, if I can get them. That's the first one. And that's the second one. Let's go. Saving half a second each time. Getting this checkpoint and going there, because there's a hidden trinket right here. Most people forget about it in their casual playthrough. But the unobtained trinket has to be got in 100% run. And there you go. That's why I got the checkpoint. You can kill yourself and get backtracking by doing so. So sometimes I'll have to pay attention which trinket points are activated at every moment. Alright. Second crew member, Victoria. Victoria is a very important crew member because she has a trinket to give me. So before I go for more glitchy stuff, I have to talk to her so that she gives me the trinket. There we go. But we have no time to spare, so I'm gonna die if I'm done with the cutscene, and this has a pretty interesting side effect. Alright, telejumping, going through walls, but this is not the problem. This is the problem. Now I'm walking upside down and sometimes I turn into a TV. This is what happens when you die during the Victoria cutscene. And don't ask me why this happens, it just happens. It doesn't have many side effects. It changed my hitbox slightly, but that's basically it. So I'm still gonna be able to complete this level, the tower. The auto-scroll of the game, I don't know why, but looks like every game has to have an auto-scroller at some point. But it's still quite an interesting auto-scroller, because you can save time by dying there. This speeds up the scrolling by half a second, but if I die too early, if I don't activate the checkpoint, then the scrolling is gonna go back. Alright, this went well. Alright. So there's nothing really interesting for now, until the rest of towers, so I'll take this time to remind you guys that there is an incentive for bonus gravitron. I could do it, I could wait until the very end of the run to do it, so you still have about 40 minutes to donate for it, so I count on you. Alright, I died once there, so I gotta make sure I don't die again. There you go. Third crew member, talking upside down, why not? There you go. Now if you're familiar with the game, coming up is an intermission, the escort mission. It's kind of a mandatory level that you have to go through, and it has a pretty interesting gimmick. Whenever I'm on the floor, the crew member is following me, and whenever I'm on the ceiling, he's not following me. All the puzzles in this level I'll run this mechanic. So if you're not familiar with the game, like, casually speaking, it's a nightmare. Because not only you have to save your character, you also have to pay attention to the crew member. If he dies, you die as well. So, yeah. Especially, yeah.
I have a question for you really quick. Is the incentive too late, or you can still do Gravitron for region?
You still have about 35 minutes.
All right, got it. Well, then if you guys reach, if we can raise $400, that's $1 for 400 viewers, and we got about 2,000 right now, so it should be good enough. We can do this. We can have a bonus run with Gravitron, which would be really neat to watch. So please donate generously. Thank you very much.
All right. Can I get it? Can get a wrong warp here. Got it. Okay. So it's the same thing as with telejumps. I kill myself when I teleport so that I get back control of my character. But what's happening is that I die a second time, sorry. And then I don't respawn to the ship, but I respawn to the default location, which happened to be nowhere, like in a wall. It turns out that it's past about 12 seconds if I want to go to this next stage. So that's cool. Seizure warning if you have epilepsy problems, because yeah, since it's a 100% run, you have to visit the Gravitron, the elephant. No one knows why he's there. From what I've heard, it's just a troll from Terry Kavanagh, the game developer, and it's a good one. Alright. Definitely the most difficult section of 100% run, Space Station 2. Lots of hard tricks to pull off. Right here I want to skip. Let's go, so I don't have to wait for these truth signs. Also have another very hard trick to pull off very soon, so I'll have to focus. That's the first try, let's go! Okay. Let's go. This is one of the most infamous rooms in the entire game, or not. And you have to do this quite hard trick if you want to get the trinket. Like, if you were asking me, Space Station 2 is already hard enough in any percent, but in her percent is so much more pain to go through. Like, every room is a considerable danger. See how close this was? Trying to skip again here. Okay, got it. And if you have played the game... come on. I have a dramatic effect. Come on, game. Let's go. So if you have played the game before, you know what's coming next. It's this infamous trinket. Doing things the hard way. Hopefully I can get it very soon. Is this a first try? Yes, it is! Okay. I'm always feeling better once this is done. Alright. So remember that I skipped Space Station 1 at the beginning? Well, turns out there are 2 trinkets to get. So I have to go back to Space Station 1 and get those 2 trinkets. You may be wondering why I skipped Space Station 1 in the first place. Because if I want to get the trinkets, I have to do Space Station 1 backwards and then Space Station 1 the normal way. So it should take twice the amount of time. But by doing so, I'm going to be able to trigger another glitch with the upcoming cutscene, which will allow me to skip Gravitron. Doing so saves close to 2 minutes. So even if I have to go through Space Station 1 backwards, it still saves time in the end. So there we go. Still get to see Space Station 1.
Do we have time for a donation?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so we got a $20 from Nutrovsky, who just ran Warp, who says, as promised, 4 deaths at $5 per death. Thanks for letting me showcase my fun speed game. Seriously, it's a fun speed game. Try it. Thank you for your donation, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, man. Alright, so now I got my 2 trinkets in Space Station 1. And I can finish this level. But it's never ending. Another glitch coming up. The one to skip the intermission, kill yourself during the cutscene, then go back, and there we go. Not only we skip the Violet cutscene, but you also skip Graviton by doing so. Again, another telejump. Going back to Space Station 2, the very end of it, because there's one trinket to get, and not the easiest one. Parts for the right class. I have to avoid all the checkpoints in these rooms. That's the intended way. Alright, so that I can free this platform and use it to reach the trinket. There's no way around it. That was still second try, so pretty good. And now I just need to finish the game. Rescuing the last crew member. Go. Okay. Let's go. So now that we have saved everyone, you may think that the game is over, but it isn't, because I still need to save the main character in the final level. And I have to do this final level because there's a trinket at the very end of it. Pretty well made game. Just ensuring that I'm doing the whole final level, even in such glitchy heavy category. In this final level, you're gonna find all the gimmicks you've seen, like these gravity lines and warp zone, like connected sides from Warzone. There's quite a few fast strats to go for. Hopefully it's gonna go well. Flip up the ceiling so that I can go through this room pretty rapidly. Let's try. Saving time with this line clipping. Kind of match for it. Activate, kill yourself to cut backtracking, and there you go for the second part. The final level. Okay, that was quite close. Sleepy stuff. It's fine. Backup strat. Making sure I get the checkpoints, you never know. Alright, looking good. I just gotta focus a little bit so that I don't die stupidly at the end. Especially in this room. It's very easy to lose a bunch of time. Like, this game has a lot of checkpoints, it's very generous, but you can still lose like 10 seconds if you're unlucky because you're there. Here we go, 20 out of 20. This is valid. So that was 100%. Again, we needed that for to unlock all the time trials, and for another reason we're gonna understand later. 16:33. World record is 15:56 in game time, so that was still very solid. I think it's like 4th on the leaderboard. So that was a very good 100% run.
Just want to remind you guys that we have only a few minutes left to raise $380 to get a bonus run for this game. It would be awesome to watch, so please donate generously. Il nous manque seulement $380. On est capable. Let's go. Let's get a fucking donation train going. Let's go, guys. We can do it.
Yeah, we still have about 25 minutes. Alright. So here we go. Unlock time trials and flip mode. We'll do V-ranks first. So yeah, V-ranks are the most difficult part of an all achievements run. I'll have to go through all the levels again, except with additional challenges. There are 3 requirements if you want a V-rank. They are indicated at the top left corner. You need it to be the part-time, which is at the bottom right. It's 115 right here. Usually it's not going to be a problem. You need to get the trinkets. And you need to do the whole level without dying. And that's the main problem. Some of the levels are more than 2 minutes long. So you have to be very consistent if you want to do this in a marathon run. So I hope it's not gonna take too long. And if like it takes way too long, then I'm just gonna skip. And I'm just gonna try to complete as many achievements as I can. Alright, so this is a neat glitch. As you can see, the game is showing 60 seconds instead of 1 minute. Cool stuff. I don't know why this happens, but this is one of the many things that are wrong with this game. Alright. Our lab V rank is the second hardest one, just because you have many trinkets to get, so you have to get out of the way and go for additional challenges many times. But the main problem with the lab V rank is at the very end. Remember the unobtainium trinket? There was quite a hard gap to go through. It's like a 2-frame window, 30 FPS, but still quite hard to get it. Well, since I can't die and cut backtracking, I'll have to go back and go through this gap a second time. So this is gonna be the main point, the main defining point of this V rank. Okay, making sure I don't get hit by the spikes. Yeah, this is a pretty stressful part. So you can spam all the Monka S emotes you have in chat, because it's coming up. The gap I was talking about. That's good. Alright. Dude, I'm trembling. That's no good. I'm gonna use my mouse cursor right here to help me set up. Alright. Okay. Don't die, don't die. I think we got it. First try, let's go! Have to realize that every time I miss this, I would have lost 2 minutes. So, yeah. I'm very glad I got this first try. Don't do this at home. Yeah, you may argue that this is like the skillful part of the run. Maybe why not many people are going for all achievements. But it's pretty cool. Like, if you can try it at least once as a personal challenge. Alright, so the last V rank was pretty stressful. And on the contrary, this one is pretty chill because it's an auto-scroller. The trinkets are still a bit hard to get. Like, it's a bit precise, especially here. Okay. You don't have to be that close to the spikes, but I guess it adds trim value, I don't know. So yeah. The main point here is not to die during this minute and a half. This is the only level where you can tie the IL world record. It's 131. But if I miss it and I die, I would lose a minute and a half. So I'm not gonna try super hard to get the 131, but we'll see what happens there. Alright, it's coming. Nah, I didn't get it. RIP. We missed world record by 1 second. Quite a meme. That's cool. Alright. Now the break is over. We're back to a hard V rank. Probably the hardest one. Space Station 2. Remember what Gordon not? Remember doing things the hard way? Well, you have to do all this without dying. So it may take a couple atoms, it's fine. like that's the main reason why my estimate is an hour, while my PB is in 40 minutes. All right. So this time I'm gonna go all around here. I have a slightly safer strat. Didn't work. All right. It's fine. Hopefully we'll get it another time. So the reason why I'm going all the way around is that I don't have to go for the frame perfect trick. So in order to go under the platform. And the second reason is that it gives me one more frame of margin while I'm in the rightmost platform. So it's not noticeable, but it does help. The reason why I died there was because I stopped too soon. Yeah, that was the problem. So hopefully it's gonna go better this time. Yes! Okay, we're not done, we're not done. But yeah, see? This is exactly why I went 1 pixel to the left before I engaged myself. Just to gain this extra frame, and it paid off. You just saw it. Unfortunately, we're only halfway through. So I'm gonna stop talking for a moment. Just make sure that I get it now, that I'm so far in the level. Here we go again. Okay. I'm not doing anything. I don't want to die. Finally now, the very last trinket is the easier one. Because you're supposed to die in the normal way. But since you cannot die, if you want to V-rank, they just remove the spikes at the ceiling. So you just have to get it. No! Oh, that's very sad. I died of Virion. That's my bad. Alright. I'll take the hit. This is just showing you how brutal this is. On why I'm probably never doing this again. But yeah, if I can do it once, I can do it again. No worries. This should be like the only V-rank we're having trouble with. The only other one would have been Lab, if I died at this infamous gap, but I didn't. So we're fine with the estimate. Yeah. See, that was the same problem as the first one, the first time I died. Too soon. What I really enjoy by this kind of runs is also about the psychological side. You know, it's quite a long run, for me at least. It's about 45 minutes at minimum. So you have to keep cool and do the tricks. Of course, I won't recommend doing that if you're getting started with the game. But alright. Got it this time. Okay. Nope. That was kind of my fault here because I went for the fast route. So next time, I'll use the safer method. I'm gonna try this 2 or 3 more times, and if I still cannot get it, then I'm gonna skip it and go back to it at the end of the run, so that we're not stuck here for 20 minutes. Yeah. You see, this is the kind of death. Like, it's telling that I have to get back focus. Again, 2 more times, and then I'll skip it. At least this is giving more time for the incentive, I guess. Safe strat. Good. Oh my god. Okay. Never mind. That was a nervous step. So I guess we'll skip it for now. We'll save for later. Alright, warp zone. Again, just because there's only one trinket in warp zone, it's not too hard, I guess, as a V-run. Like, if you can pull off the level in any percent without any trouble, then it's alright. I'll still have to go for a safe strat for the trinket. Nothing much is changing from normal gameplay, like in normal runs. Just don't die. Alright, here it comes. Edge games. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Wait again. And there we go. Okay. Now the end of warp zone. All is going very quickly. Okay, we got it. Is it a 112? Yes, it is. Alright. That was first try. Good way to make it from the Space Station 2 disaster. And since we got S rank or higher in 4 time trials, we just unlocked no death mode. Which we're gonna do after this. So just like Warp Zone, final level isn't too different from any percent. I'd say it's the exact same thing, because There's only one trinket, and it's at the very end, unavoidable. But still a pretty hard level. So gotta be careful. Okay.
We have time for a small announcement.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so now we've basically crossed the 24-hour mark for this edition of NoReset at LanÉTS 2020. We've just added the on-site donations, which brings us to a total of $4,442.38 with on-site donations so far. So we are just a little bit under $60 away from getting the incentive for the Gravitron bonus incentive. So, I mean, we're so close. We got to make it. We got to make this this incentive. So let's do it. Donc, mesdames et messieurs, comme je disais, on a rajouté les dons qui ont été faits sur place jusqu'à maintenant à la table du Rubis Saint-Louis, et ce qui nous amène à un total de 4 442,38. Donc, on est moins de $60 pour se rendre à l'incentive du Super Gravitron bonus, qui va être skippé avec un save ou qui a déjà été skippé. Sauf que là, il va le faire au complet, legit, si on atteint le 4500. Puis le Super Gravitron, c'est pas évident. Vous allez voir, c'est quelque chose.
Okay, back to the room where I died earlier. Let's go. Okay. I was really close. Come on, come on, come on. Let's go, okay. Only the Space Station 2. Only the Space Station 2 V-Rank remains. But we'll go for it later, hopefully, if we have time at the end of the run. Right now we're going for no death mode. Yes? Yeah. Did we do it? I think we made the total for the incentive. Let's go. So we're gonna see.
So we've got a $100 donation from Coolman's Kate who says, let's go. And we've got $20 from Dan who says, away Gravitron. So we've reached the goal. We can do this, boys. Thank you very much for your generosity. Very appreciated.
All right.
Donc, mesdames et messieurs, dans la foule, on a atteint le but pour l'extra. Donc, merci à tous ceux qui ont donné. Puis une bonne applaudissement. Let's go, Mohoc!
Merci. All right, so here we go in the death mode. And as you can see, it's not really normal. So the way I did it, just a second, because scissor warning right here. Yeah. And all right, end of the signal. See, when you get 20 trinkets, you have a cutscene where you unlock the secret lab, and all the crew members are combining together. They combine to big Viridian. And you can, if you die there, you can keep this state, seizure warning number 2. Oh, missed it. Have to go back. Yeah. And if you do that, then you can keep this big Viridian, and it has a very glitchy hitbox. And this basically allows you to go through walls. Ah! Okay, good. And by doing so, you can like finish no death mode not only consistently but also very quickly. So I told you that's the only achievements that I'm gonna choose. Alright. One more crew member to save. So as you can see, it's really weird. There are walls where there aren't supposed to be ones. You can just somehow teleport like this. Say hi to the elephant again. Catch the last crew member. There we go. Only the final level remains. I became sad here because if you stay too long in the elephant room, like the elephant is sad and you share his pain. Alright. Final level. I gotta be careful because there's one place where I can die. And if I die, I lose 3 minutes. So I have to be careful. In the meantime, enjoy a completely glitched gameplay. Alright, this is it. This is the room where I have to be careful. Should be good? Yeah, we didn't die. So all that remains is to count up to 7. So you can do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there we go. We just finished the game. See, the death mode wasn't that hard. And if you look up on Steam, you're gonna see that many people actually got the no death mode achievement, and I suspect that most people did it that way. Cheaters. But I have nothing to say because I'm a cheater as well, I guess. So yeah, now you can do it as well. Yeah. So now it's time for Super Gravitron 1 minute. Before that, I keep myself in the no death mode because it resets, it fixes my hitbox. So now I'm back to normal Viridian. Alright. So we're going to the secret lab with the Telejump. Because this is where Super Gravitron is. And there we go. This is not Gravitron. This is not the incentive. This is an even harder challenge that I have to go for in an all achievements run. So as you can see, there are trophies every 5, 10, 20 seconds, and so on. And you get all the trophies, all the achievements, when you've reached the 1 minute mark. So that's my goal right here. I might die a couple times, but it's fine. I can redo it as many times as I want. Going pretty well for the first try. Okay. If you were wondering, my PB is 7 minutes and 49 seconds. But I'm gonna stop at 1 minute because it's already great enough. And it's the requirement for achievements. There's so much stuff to do in all achievements runs. Dude. Hey, first try, let's go.
Deathless, let's go!
Okay.
Great job. I'll take a quick minute to say that since we've reached this incentive, our next incentive is set to $6,000 for Resident Evil 7 DLC. And if we reach that before the end of Resident Evil 5's run, we will be seeing that run. So let's donate generously. Thank you very much, guys, for all your generosity. Truly appreciated.
Alright. So now it's time for flip mode, because it's an achievement. So I'm gonna do an 80% run with flip mode. It's not the faster route, but it's the most interesting one, in my opinion, to show off at a marathon run. And you're gonna understand one. Yeah. Okay. Alright. So just like in 100%, I'm gonna need a couple more teleporters for telejumps. And trust me, it's gonna go real fast. But first, there's a long way to the warp zone. Have to do it. So if you have an announcement, this is the perfect time for it. Whoa. Alright, I guess I'll keep talking then. So, flip mode, what changes is that the screen is upside down. Technically, it's the same inputs, but because it looks so different, like I lose all my muscle memory and everything. So it's still hard for me. Alright, yeah. Again, telejumps, you know it, I've done it in 100% runs, and already at the middle of Space Station 2, but upside down. So I have to do these tricks that I'm used to do, but upside down. It's really weird. And funny enough, this is gonna be like the only gameplay basically you're gonna see for the 80% run, because then it's gonna go real fast. But first of all, whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't want to get there, but I didn't die, so that's cool. Okay. There we go, Space Station 2. If you thought that skipping half of the level was already cheating enough, then you're not ready for what's coming up. It took us like, I don't know, 2 minutes, 3 minutes to save the first crew member. It's gonna take less than 30 for the next one. Air jumps right through the wall. And we're at the end. Done, saved. See? It's so much easier to play the game like that. And yeah, this is basically the rest of the run. It's gonna be as fast. Again, using the Violet cutscene glitch, skip an intermission, but not the Gravitron this time. Intermission one. You can skip any intermission. In the 100% run, I skipped Gravitron, and this time I'm skipping the escort mission, and for a very good reason. I'm gonna understand in 1 minute or two. And first, because I have an incentive, you know. So there you have it. You're now at the Gravitron. So it's possible to do a quick save, so that you don't have to actually do Gravitron. But because you guys donated for the incentive, I'm gonna do it the normal way. So here we go. Gravitron. 60-second challenge. Touch the squares. Funnily enough, there's actually less RNG than what meets the eye. You have a pretty set pattern every 5 or 10 seconds. So I know what's coming up, pretty much, except in the 40 to 20 section, which is right now, which is like, it's really RNG. I know they're coming from the right and here from both sides symmetrically, but the height of the patterns is random. Okay, so now if this is deathless, the pattern is set, so it's always going to be the same. So it should be alright, I should get a deathless, hopefully, if I don't screw up. Let's go! But we're not done. There's a good reason why I went to the Gravitron. And this is any percent as such. I'm using the seizure warning, I'm sorry. And this, by doing this, I hit the very last room of the game. And this triggers the game complete. See, oddly enough, this was found only last June. So only a couple months ago, while the game is 10 years old. But yeah, this is a pretty cool way to finish the game in under 6 minutes. And as you can see, the Gravitron is still happening. The squares are still spawning through the cutscene, and I can still die. So the end cutscene is pretty interesting. All right, so now everything's upside down. We do have time. So the only achievements that's left is this infamous Space Station 2 B rank. I'm gonna try to go for it, guys. And if I can't, then it's fine. It's gonna be already very good enough for me. Already a really good achievements. First of all, disable this flip mode. It's so troubling. And yeah. There we go again. 10 minutes left. Oh, yeah. By the way, I need to do something. Because the way I got the Gravitron's out of bounds glitch is that when you get out of Gravitron, you have a glitchy hitbox. And this is what allows you to get stuck in the wall. But if I want to get back to normal, same stuff as Big Redundant glitch, I have to go back to no death mode and die, so that it fixes my hitbox. So here we go again. The pixel again. See, it matters. Yeah. Time is coming up when you see the results screen. And time! We did it! Oh my lord.
That was amazing, man.
What a trip.
Wow. And you got rank V too, which is only fitting for this game.
Yeah, and there are 6 of them, so VVVVVV. One final thing before I leave. We're gonna check if I actually got all the achievements. So I'm gonna go back.
Run validation time.
Yeah, exactly. Go back to the secret lab, where it all started. It's up there. Alright, so we have all the no death mode, non-no death mode achievements, and we also have the no death mode achievements, so this is the valid run.
Yes! Everyone, let's hear it for Mohoc7 and
you.
his completely bonkers run of VVVVVV. I'm never sure if I'm supposed to say VVVVV or just That's just, what's the proper way of saying this game?
You can say 6V, it's much easier.
All right, 6V, I'll take that. So, Mohoc, thank you very much for being with us today and submitting this amazing run. That's one of my favorite games, honestly. I love this game ever since it came out. I remember reading, like years ago, I was in CJEP, reading an article on Kotaku about this hard Atari-looking game that was completely bonkers, and I played it and I loved it. And anyone who remembered their first playthrough remembers VVVVV. So big shout-outs to that room and that trinket.
Yeah.
We've all spent, we've been through hell for this. So once again, thank you very much. And coming up next, we do have The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Master Sword Unrestricted, blindfolded. So yes, he's going to get to the Master Sword while being blindfolded. We're talking, of course, a Parisian player, our resident blindfold runner, who came a long way to be able to showcase this to you. And he gave me a couple of spoilers about how it's going to go down. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. It's going to be... You're not ready. You think you know how this is going to go down? I can assure you, you do not, unless you've seen it, do the run. But once again, we're just going to go to a quick transition. We're going to get ready for the Link to the Past run, and we'll be right back, so stay tuned.
Thanks for having me.
The pleasure was all ours, man.
Thanks.
So thank you very much, Mohoc. I will be signing off, and G-Virus will be taking my place. Have a great rest of your marathon and a great day. Thank you, guys.
Well, let's hear it for our host, Naram, in the backstage. Let's go. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned.